I had a talk with Emile. I really felt it. First of all, because I had huge gratitude because he came into the team and I gave him the opportunity to come when it was a tough moment. And I think he was the player that made our supporters and the team clicked in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but that was my feeling. Something changed when he came on the team and he created a different energy straight away. And I have a feeling like I haven't got the best out of him, you know. And obviously a lot of things happened in that time that not to happen, but from my side it was really sad because I know how those boys feel when they are in that building, how work everybody was at the club to get them close to the first team. So I feel huge responsibility after to get them the chance, and now okay, can they sustain this level and make us better? And that's the idea that we have.
Around 10 years ago or so, it was the stated ambition of the club to have a team that was half academy players, half signed in. Is that possible or realistic these days, given the level that it is and the investment that's come into it?
Well, I think the sentence is not finished. Is I want to have a team that is half academy, half foreigner, whatever it is, and win the Premier League, Champions League consistently. Is that the sentence, or is just have it? Have it is possible. We can do that tomorrow. Is to achieve what is something different. I have a great example. Athletic Bilbao. What they've done only with academy players and best players is remarkable. Can they win now every year the La Liga and the Champions League? That's a different task.
And just pick up on Ian's point last week. Do you worry that the rules as they are, the Premier League's rules, do incentivise clubs to sell? Because every club's doing it. It's not an Arsenal problem. It's every club to incentivise clubs to cash in on these players.
Every rule has its consequences. If somebody has thought about that very early, that's good. If that's what we want, that's what we want. If you put the offside line, you know what you can do. A lot of teams are going to play with a high line. You're going to be offside. If you take that off tomorrow, a lot of teams are going to defend in a different height. It's like every rule has its consequences, and we have to accept that.
Hi, Mikel. With the transfer window obviously closing next week, one of the questions that you've had this year and last year that keeps cropping up is striker. If you were hypothetically going for a striker, in terms of the factors of cost and profile, which is out of the two, which is the most difficult to navigate, would you say?
I don't know. It's not a question that we put ourselves because we have some great strikers. Gabi Jesus is there, Kai's played there, a lot of minutes. Leo has played there, and we believe that we had other necessities as well. And we fully trust our players. Last year we scored the most goals in the history of this club. We want to get better for sure, and we'll try, but we're going to try with the players that already are with us.
Away from the pitch, but Saka has had a new mural near the Emirates Stadium on the way.
Yeah.
You've seen it. What do you make of it, and what do you think what's the explanation between the connection between Saka and the North London neighbourhoods? Because it just seems that even if you're not a football fan, everyone kind of relates or likes Saka in some way.
Well, I think Bukayo is a very likable person, player, not only here but across the country and anybody in Europe or the world that knows him, you can sense that he's someone special. But I think that extending, Bukayo, I understand, an academy player, there are many other paintings outside there. There is one of Josh Kroenke, which is unbelievable as well, and it's so good to see. So, it's a reflection of how people feel about the club and the individuals. It's really good.
And you just said before about the relationship you have with Raheem Sterling and you forged at Man City. Why is it about Sterling that impressed you so much, and do you think you might get in touch with him at some point?
His willingness to learn and how he acted in a difficult moment for him in many levels. And a player with a lot of courage, always available, always willing to play, always wants develop an extra, and I was really, really impressed with him.
Okay, Jordan?
Hi, Mikel. You've been at Arsenal almost 5 years and you've been through lows or highs. It feels like you work best when you're under pressure. I'm just saying that when your contract's wanting to be hungry. Is that how you feel, that when you're under pressure, that's when you thrive most?
Well, I think the pressure is something that we put ourselves, you know. We can, and that pressure comes actually giving the team and the club the best possible tools to play the best possible way to make sure that everybody is happy and fulfilled at the club, and that we win trophies. That's the pressure. The other part is something that is part of the job, but it doesn't feel pressure with that.
And obviously, and there's been some stormy times at the club that under you it's been very calm. Do you often strangely worry that you kind of want there to be pressure again. You don't want to be too calm, because then people can maybe take the foot off the gas and relax, and you don't want people to relax.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. If there is something that we really want to promote, is that everybody's in their toes, everybody is willing, and everybody's with their same intention, which is to win, and hopefully we can transmit that every single day.
Last couple, Ed.
I mean, just going back to the Villa game, both of them last year, I wonder how much you analysed both of them. Did you fall into the same trap on both occasions, do you think? Or was it different circumstances in those games?
Well, I think there is a lot of patterns there. Efficiency is one of them. I wouldn't call that a trap. I would call that something else. But yeah, and then you have to give credit to them and the opponents when they manage to beat you, whether you merit or not merit. At the end, there is a lot of things that you can analyze and be very simplistic about it. That is because we lost, but there are other things as well that are, in my opinion, very relevant as well.
And is there something about Unai Emery that you'd be looking into? So I'm not going to tell us now, but something you'd be looking into to try and crack?
I always admire him. I always admire him as a coach, as a person, what he's done with his teams. He had a difficult time when he was in his first experience here, and he didn't hesitate to take another project and take it to a completely different level. So that says you as well about the courage of the person.
Okay, finally we'll go to John.
Mikel, you seem very relaxed about the new contract, but obviously the closer it goes towards expiry, the more fans are going to be worrying. Can you stop them panicking? Can you say something to them?
I don't think anybody has to panic. You know, I'm in the place that I want to be. I'm really happy. Hopefully the club thinks the same thing, and the players are, which are, in my opinion, the most important ones, that I look every day to them, and when I'm talking to them and we're having discussions and we are planning things, that you sense in their eyes that sense of belief and hunger that is still there.
So you're not expecting long talks? It could be over in a matter of minutes, could it? Or
Minutes?
yeah. Just like the
I don't know. We've done it in the past. It's never been an issue, and I don't expect that happening.
Okay, fine.
Can I just ask how you felt about Kevin Campbell's passing?
Yeah. Well, really sad. It was very difficult news, and you can sense the love and respect and admiration that it was for him. I think what we experienced the day of Wolves, I think, was really emotional, very unique as well, and you can sense it was something very moving for everybody, and especially for his family as well. So hopefully they felt that the club and everybody that knew him loved him and respected him in the manner that they do as well.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.